Going to have a poo or something.
Hello, everyone. Alrighty, well, I think this might be everyone for today, so we'll jump straight into it with a little bit of a warm-up, and then we'll continue working on our posture focused exercise program. All right, so if everyone wants to come up to standing, just make sure you can see me. We're just going to start with some mobility stuff for our warm-up. So if you just want to pop your hands on your hips, we're just going to start with our hip circles. Just going nice and around, nice and gentle. Bringing our attention to our breathing, making sure we're breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. And then just changing direction now. One more. Good. All right. Let's go to our arms now. We might just do a few little arm circles. And then changing direction. Good. Bring your arms down. And we'll do some shoulder rolls. Just bring just your shoulders around. And back the other way. Good. All right. Now moving towards your ankles. So just standing on one leg. So you can grab something nearby if you need. We're just going to do some ankle circles. So if you don't need something to hold on to, just before you get started. And then changing direction on those as well. Good. And switching sides. And changing direction. Good, and come down. All right. You may remember this one from last week, but it's called a good morning stretch. So hands are kind of interlocked just behind the back of your head or back of your neck. You're going to go slight bend in your knees, and then we're just going to tip forward at our hips until you feel a stretch down the back of your legs, and then squeeze your glutes, standing back up to straight. Still remembering to draw in your belly button, keeping your back nice and straight. Looking up. Trying not to have your arms pulling on your neck too much. Good, we'll do 3 more. And last one. Good, and coming back up. Excellent. Nice work. All right, just while we're standing here, a couple of little twists through the trunk. Excellent. Last couple. Perfect. And then we're going to go into a high knee march now. So we'll start to pick up the pace a little bit. So while we're in this marching position, trying to remember some of those postural things that I kind of cued you through last week. So things like keeping your shoulders back, hands out by your side, drawing in your belly button so that we're not arching through the back too much, and trying to lengthen through your trunk. Good. Last couple marches. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And then we're going to go into our side stepping this time. So in that little bent down position, we're going to do our side steps. This time we can go a little bit faster than what we were doing with our marching. Fifteen seconds left. Good, and stopping there. Last one is our fast feet shuffle. So moving our feet a little bit faster. Don't have to come on as high off the ground. We're going to go for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So nice little shuffle. Bring your arms up by your side. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. If you're needing a drink of water, feel free to grab a sip. And then we're just going to just practice our standing position again in our posture. We'll do some nice deep breaths. So our anatomical position is actually palms facing, for you, you'll be facing the screen, so palms facing outwards. We've got probably like just a little slight outward point of our toes. We want to have a soft knee, so knees aren't locked out. Drawing in our belly button, so tucking of those hips, like I mentioned last week. Shoulders are down. And we also want to try now to think about our head. So usually when we bring our shoulders down, our head might stick forward a little bit. And we actually want to try and go for that double chin look almost. So tucking in that chin so it's actually in line with the rest of our body. Once we're here, I want you to just take a nice deep breath in for 4 seconds. So 2, 3, 4, hold it for 2. And breathing out for 4. I'm going to do this 4 more times. Breathing in, holding, and breathing out. 2 more. Good, breathing in. And last one. Good. All right, we're going to go into our seated position now and do some of our lower pelvic floor muscles exercise, as well as maintaining the correct posture in the seated position. So we still want to make sure that we have feet flat on the ground, ankles are directly under our knees, supporting that, and our hips more or less might be at that right angle. We want to sit back on our sit bones, so making sure that we're not actually leaning forward and that we're sitting back on our sit bones, not necessarily leaning against anything, but just holding up the spine directly over our hips. In this position, try and lengthen your spine, so sit up nice and tall, keep those shoulders back. We're going to keep our palms out by our side, or hands out by our side, palms facing forward. And we still want to think about that chin tuck. So making sure that our head isn't sticking out like this, and that we're actually drawing in our chin towards our neck. In this position, we're going to take one deep breath in, holding, and then breathing out. We're going to do one more. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Good. All right, trying to maintain this position now. We're going to try and draw up our pelvic floor muscles. So that's that potentially thinking about stopping that flow of urine, might work for some people. And then once we've got that contraction, we're going to do our seated march while keeping our upper body as still as possible. Our lower tummy muscles should be able to stop our shoulders from swaying, along with us being in the correct postural position. More. One more each side. And last one. Perfect. Alrighty. From here, we're going to go hands on our hips so we can feel our hip movement. And we're going to practice our pelvic tilt. So this will be where we kind of stick out our bottom. We might arch just a little bit of our back. And then we're going to use our lower tummy muscles to bring us back to that correct seated position where our spine is stacked above our hips. So we're going to tip forward, angling our hips so you'll feel your hands move, and then coming back onto those sit bones. Really trying to make sure that your lower tummy muscles are doing the movement and not any other part of your body. Breathing forward breathing in as you tip forward. Breathing out as you try and draw it back into that neutral position. So 4 more. Two left. And last one. Good, perfect. All right. Standing back up, we're going to grab our TheraBands. Like I mentioned last week, our glutes, so our butt muscles, are super important in helping us. And we're going to actually tie this band around your knees again. So if you need to take a seat to do that, do so. But remember, we're tying the band just above your knee height. So just above the knee, not on the knee. don't need to sit if you are comfortable doing it standing. Excellent. Once you've got it tight around your knees, standing again. And we're going to do our crab walks that we did last week. So you can pop hands on your hips. You're roaring in your belly buttons. We need to make sure our lower ab muscles are working. We're going to have that slight knee bend, slight hip bend forward, and we're going to take our step to the side and to the other side. Trying to keep knees in line with ankles still. The bend is going to want to pull your knees inwards, and you want to try and fight it and keep it out. And last one, 20, perfect. All right. We're going to keep the band around your knees, and I'll show you the next one. So we're going to go into a partial wall squat and hold it. So this is kind of like our wall sit that we've previously done, except we're not going to go so low. So you've just got a little knee bend. Your back is going to be pushing flat against the wall. And if you can, try and bring your head back to the wall as well, tucking in your chin. We're just going to hold it there. So you might have to use a few extra muscles than normal to try and keep that nice neutral position. And then deep breaths. Also, with the band around our knees, you'll feel your glutes working a little bit more than normal. Again, knees should be fighting and keeping outwards in line with your toes rather than coming in towards the middle. Almost there, 15 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and coming back up off the wall. We're going to transition back to our crab walk, sorry. We're going to go to side, back. So we're going to superset those exercises. I think I explained supersets last week, where we partner some exercises together so that we can get through some more. And last one. Good. If you're okay to keep going, moving back to the wall, we're going to do our partial squat. If it was a little easy, you can increase the difficulty by going lower down. So that's going to recruit some more muscles to try and hold you up. And making sure that you're pushing the weight through your heels predominantly. And then the rest of the weight will transfer through to your toes. Again, drawing in that belly button, making your back as flat as you can against the wall, pushing shoulders back against the wall, and tucking the chin so that your head is against the wall, holding that there. Nice deep breath in and out. Try and control it and direct some of that blood away from your muscles. Go 3, 2, 1, and coming back up. Feel free to grab a drink if you would like. We do have one more rotation of those exercises. So if it's okay, keep your band around your knees. Good, all right. We're gonna go into our crab walks again. So, hands on your hips if that's comfortable, knees kind of pushing out in line with your toes, and let's go for our side steps. All right, 2 more, and last one. Excellent, and our last wall sit. So going up against the wall, again, sliding down further if you need a little bit more of a challenge. Drawing in those tummy muscles, pushing your spine flat against the wall. We also want to tuck our chin and pushing weight predominantly through our heels, keeping our knees pointing a little bit out so that they're not collapsing inwards like the band wants them to. Controlling your breath. Now take your concentration away from the pain if you have any. Well, not pain, muscles working. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back up. Excellent work, guys. You can take the band off your knees now, or undo it. If you do need another drink of water or need a moment just to wipe your brow, feel free to take it. And we're going to grab our chair again. If you're all ready, you will need your TheraBand. So we're going to start with our row. So that's our upper body exercise. So just sitting on the edge of your chair, you're going to hook the band around the ball of your foot, make your leg out strong. You should have tension on the band along with your arms straight. So arms straight and tension on the band, that's your starting position. Remember, we're sitting back on our sit bones, stacking the spine nicely above our hips, and our shoulders are back. And we're going to pull the band, elbows come past our bodies, squeezing the shoulder blades together before bringing our arms forward. So let's go for 12. 7, almost there, guys. 8, 9, 10, 2 left, and 12. Good, perfect. All right, we're going to move to our lower body exercise and try and see if you're okay with adding a bit more resistance to it. So we're going to do our sit to stand from the chair, so kind of like our goblet squat, but you will have an opportunity to kind of touch back down on the chair. We're gonna put the band under both of our feet this time, and then the two ends should be in your hands by your side. Again, arms are straight, and there should be just a little bit of tension on the band. Feet are still shoulder width apart. And then once you're all ready, we're going to move into 10 sit to stands, thinking of our posture still, since that's our theme, so drawing in our belly button, making sure our back is straight. We're going to push through our heels to stand up. The band should have more tension, and then we're going to slowly resist the band from pulling us too fast, down to the chair, and then coming back up. If the band is a little too much for you today, you're more than welcome to do it without. Seven, 3 left. And last one, all the way up, and coming back down. Excellent. All right, stepping off the band, we will move back to our upper body one, so our row. So just hooking it in front of one foot and stretching that foot out straight. Good. Hopefully I won't have to cue on setting up this one, that it's all coming back to you. And let's move into 12 rows now. So sweeping elbows past body, squeezing shoulder blades together. And 2 more. And last one. 12, good, perfect. We'll rest there. And then just setting up for our sit to stands again. So if you felt okay using the band, we'll use it again in the second round. Standing on the band, feet shoulder width apart, with the ends in your hands by your side. And then we're going to move into 10 of our kind of squats from the chair. So pushing through your heels, standing up, and then it's slow and controlled on the way back down. Good, 10 of those. Halfway. Three left. And last one. Perfect. Coming back down. We have one more round of those exercises. So coming back for our last set of rows. Leg out straight. Good, sitting up nice and straight on our sit bones again. And go to our last set of 12. halfway. Two left. And last one. Perfect. All right, transitioning back to our last set of our squats from the chair. Alrighty, when we're ready, pushing through our heels, driving ourselves up, and then slowly back down. Good. Two left. And last one. Perfect, and coming back down. Just a step off your bend, hopping back to the side for now. And feel free to grab a drink before we transition to our next kind of exercises, if you'd like. Alrighty. So we're going to do our calf raises now in this next exercise, but we're going to do them a little bit different to normal. We're going to do an incline calf raise, so which means you will need a wall to kind of push your hands against. We're going to step our feet out so we're on a little bit of an angle, drawing in our belly button and tucking our hips like we've been practicing. And then from here, we're going to push up onto our toes and come back down. So it's on a little bit of an angle. Making sure that your feet are still shoulder width apart. And that your feet are actually parallel, so no pointing out of your toes on this one. So in this position, drawing in your belly button, we're going to move into our calf raise, leaning against a wall. So you want to make sure that you've got some weight kind of through your arms, so your shoulders are actually supporting you. So 4 left. And last one. Good. All right, stepping off the wall. Hopefully you felt your calves working there. And we're actually going to grab our band for a bit of a chest exercise this time. So kind of like what we've done in the past where we'd actually wrap it around our back. Only this time we're going to have our arms out like so. So palms will be facing each other. You'll have a slight bend in your elbows. We want to think about our posture still. So tucking on our hips, drawing in our belly, keeping our chin tucked. I'm actually kind of going to bring our palms together, like we're giving someone a hug almost, and then slowly back out. So this is working our chest. One more. Good, perfect. Bringing your arms down. Once you've done your 10, popping that to the side, we're going to transition back into our calf raise. So again, supporting yourself against the wall, we've got to put ourselves into a bit of an incline position. So on a bit of a slant. Remember, tucking of our pelvis, drawing in our belly so our lower tummy is working the whole time. This time we're keeping our legs straight, feet straight, and then driving up onto the ball of our foot and coming back down. So we're going for 15, 3, 4, 5, 7, 5 left. And last one. Good. Perfect. Grabbing your band again for our second round of our banded flies. If it felt a little easy, add a bit more tension to the band and that will make it a little bit harder. And moving through 10 of your flies. So bringing your chest, palms together, sorry, in front of your chest. And last one, I believe. Good. Once you've done your 10, we have one more round of our calf raises and then flies. So moving back into the wall. Last 15. So whenever you're ready, you can begin your calf raises. Trying to keep yourself in fixing your position, making sure that you've got all your muscles switched on. Right, when you're finished your 15, grabbing your band for the last time. Perfect, moving into your last 10 whenever you're set up. And that's 10. Whenever you're finished 10. All right, we'll do our last couple of postural things and then we'll pull down. So again, against the wall, this time I'm going to face you. We're going to go into a little squat position and we're going to actually open up our chest and do our chest stretch in this position. So you want to try and go hands against the wall, kind of like a cactus, and then you're going to slide up and slide back down, opening up that chest as best as possible. So once you're in your position, just do maybe about 8 to 10 slides up the wall. just as best you can, even if it's just your elbows touching for now, and then try and just each week see if you can get your back of your hands closer as possible. Still remembering to push your spine against the wall, so drawing in your tummy. So as soon as you've done your 8 to 10, you can come back to standing. Do any rotations if you need. We'll do a couple of stretches to cool down. So we'll start with our neck. So just hands by your side. You still want to try and practice our correct posture. So soft knee, pelvic tilt, shoulders down, chin tucked. And then we're going to do our neck stretch, so just to one ear. Holding it for a few breaths. And then coming up to neutral, to the other side. Good, coming back, we'll go chin to chest and get a stretch down the back of the neck. And going back up, and then looking all the way up to the ceiling. Good, coming back to neutral. Let's go arm across body and get our posterior shoulder stretch. Remembering to try and relax into the stretch as much as possible. Good, and relaxing that side, just slowly, and then going to the other side. Good, and relaxing down. Just a couple of shoulder rolls. Good. And then we're going to do the side of our torso stretch. So this time, palms facing your thighs or touching the side of your legs. And I'm going to bend down to the right slowly, opening up that left side. If you want more of a stretch, you can bring your arm over the top. That will make it more intense. So just pick whatever you prefer. And then on your next exhale, coming back up. And then we'll do the same to the left side now. Again, bringing that arm up if you want a more intense stretch. And on the exhale, coming back up. And we're going to try just a couple of lumbar rolls or spinal rolls. So if you think tuck of your chin, shoulders, and then the top of your back is slowly going to roll over. You can trace your palms down the front of your thighs if it helps, until you kind of get to your lower back. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. When you get to the bottom, just try and hang out there for a second. You might feel a stretch down the back of your thighs. Take a really deep breath in And then on your exhale, see if you can reach a little bit further. And then curling one vertebrae at a time, back up to standing. Hang out here just a second, just in case you do feel a little lightheaded. And if you're okay, just to do it one more time, we'll go chin tuck again, shoulder rolls, rolling one vertebrae at a time. Just down as far as you can. And at the bottom, taking a deep breath in. On the exhale, you should be able to reach maybe a little bit further. And then when you're ready to come back up, curling one vertebrae at a time. It's nice and slow. All the way up into a little shoulder roll. All right, while we're standing, we'll do our calf stretch. So some people just might need something to lean against. Just put one leg foot out and get that stretch down the back of your calf. Good, and swapping sides. Good, and coming up. We'll just take a seat for the last couple. So we'll try our glute stretch first. So that's the one where we're bringing kind of like our knee to the ankle to our knee, but bringing our chest, knee to chest. I keep getting that mixed up, sorry. So you should try and feel this down the side of your leg or on the side of your butt. Good, and then relaxing out of that one, just swapping sides. Good, and coming out of that one. And for our last one, we'll do our hamstring stretch. So one leg out straight, one leg bent to help support you, and then toes pointing out to the roof, and then just folding forward. Just as far as you feel comfortable, or you feel a pull in the back of your thigh. Good, and swapping sides. Good, and coming back up. All right, guys, we are all done for today. I hope you enjoyed. On Thursday will be Luke, so he'll take you through one of his workouts. And feel free to ask him any questions if you have any by then. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, Sabina, I think you just need to unmute yourself. I just can't hear what you're saying. You're just on mute.
I won't be here on Thursday.
Oh, that's okay.
So, but yeah, I'll be back again on Tuesday. I've got another appointment Thursday.
Okay, all good. The workout should be recorded, so I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I can sort of, I've done a few when I haven't been able to, so I just get in there and do them, which is great.
Awesome, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, if you do feel like on another day going back and you can redo Thursday
Yes.
and see what it was like.
Mm.
Yeah. Any questions for today at all? No.
No.
All good. Well, enjoy the rest of your week because I won't see you later this week. And yeah, I hope you enjoy Thursday.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye.